It's on now.
Damn Skippy.
And the ape stood and became man.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Fade in.
Vaginas in the rain.
Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
I am McLovin.
What is he doing? Come on, man.
That's a big Twinkie.
Is this some kind of bust?
Well, it's very impressive, yes, but we need to ask you a few questions.
God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day.
Yeah, you fucking.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
Your bargaining posture is highly dubious.
You know what your problem is? You're putting the pussy on a pedestal.
That's the second time I've heard that. What is the pussy on a pedestal thing?
Yup.
Prepare ship for ludicrous speed.
Papyrus. Rolling papyrus.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
And be excellent to each other. Yeah. You don't need that no more. What's going on, everybody? How are you tonight? It's just gonna be me and the brutal truth. Up and coming YouTuber over here. Been a friend of mine for, oh my God, how long have we been friends, Tom?
20 plus years.
20 plus years, long time.
Yeah.
Real friend. Made the leap, came down, living with me now.
Brothers to the end.
Always, my man. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, Papa Cotton? Good to see you. Hell, please, guys, subscribe to Papa Cotton, who's had a trying time reestablishing himself. I'm gonna call you Papa Cotton. Wook. I'm gonna call you that, but you're my Wook. I love you. That's Wook. He's that dude. Tom, that dude has been he's one of my chat brothers. He's been around forever. That's Tina Bojan right there. Here, hold on, let me bring up channel member Tina Bojan. Thank you so much for being a channel member, supporting the channel. Thank you so much. That's my chat sister right there, man. Right. You're gonna meet a lot of good people in this community. A lot of good people that I've had the pleasure to meet, come across. There is James Hayes. Oh, that's a dude. This dude is straight positivity, man. Every time he comes to the chat, he got something good to say. That's good to hear. And then he'll also rip you. So I mean, he's a part of this community. You know, we you know how it is back home. If we don't love you, we don't mess with you. Right. Yeah, that's James Hayes says, "Hey, Stephen, your guest and everyone joining the chat. I hope you're having a great night." Thank you, James. Thank you for being here, brother. We much appreciate you. I am going to be starting another channel. I'm actually going to be starting another channel. It's going to be Lodonis Dragonstorm channel for like all my, philosophy, positivity, tarot, that kind of stuff. Because like that's a part of who I am, is a part of who I've become. I also understand that you can't split hairs when you're building channels. The Fandom Menace historian needs to exist as the Fandom Menace historian. So if you want to hear me just going off about entertainment, that's what I did for a lot of years, Tom. I did that for a lot of years. I built my channel up on bitching about Disney, bitching about entertainments, far leftists and entertainments, and that's the bulk of what I did. And then I started doing other things when I met the bitch, and I started doing other stuff, and it just threw all my rhythm off and threw the channel off, and just and so now I'm gonna have two channels. I'm gonna create two channels. One of them is going to be, one of them is going to be what I've been doing on this one, and the other one's going to be doing tarot. But the brutal truth, my man right here, I'm helping him build a channel. I'm actually going to put my energy and power, my everything that I've learned, everything I've learned in this wonderful community of ours that we've all had something to do with, and we've all put together. I'm going to put that energy into a positive space. My friend. So, Tommy, tell him a little bit about yourself, my brother. Tell him.
Thank you for having me on your channel tonight. Really appreciate the opportunity to get to know everybody. And let's just get down to business right now.
You just want to get down to business?
Yeah.
Just talk? All right, he just wants to talk.
Of it all.
Brutal truth. We're going to be doing Addict Tarot. We're going to be part 2 of the Addict Tarot tonight. We got the Addicts cards, so we're going to do Addict Tarot. But that's going to be later on. Right now, we want to talk about the Batman. I don't know if you guys, if anybody else seen the Batman, anybody care to see the Batman in the chat, just let us know. I took the time to watch tonight. Now, I did not watch the Batman when it first came out, Tom, and it wasn't just because the sparkly, I was worried about Sparkle Batman. Wasn't just worried about Sparkle Batman, Robert Pattinson. It was Red Gaze. He's my friend. You'll get to know my friends. You'll get to know my rogues. My friend Gaze, he told me the story about Dead Eyes. Kirsten Stewart. Mm-hmm. I love Kirsten Stewart. I love damaged white trash, and I just love Kirsten Stewart, yo. And so I'm like, and I'd watch those films, and it was like Wednesday. I get pretty effed up. Call my car. Yeah, I'll pull some cards. I'll pull some cards for you. Yeah. I'll pull some cards for you in a little bit. I promise you would. We Papa Cotton. I'm gonna try to call you Papa Cotton. I promise. But I didn't watch it first because Red Gaze had told me this story. I told him the story about ex-husband wanting to sneak off, you know what I mean? Right. And I was like, is it gay? Remember that we had this conversation at the hotel when we were staying at the hotel up north. We had this conversation.
Man love is not gay.
Man love is not gay, but offering to do something with another dude, that that is that on my line, that's gay. Do what you do. Do what you do, yo.
It's gay.
Do what you do. Do what you do. Have fun with you. But so I was having that conversation with him, and then he brought up we were talking about Pattinson sleeping with or supposedly he slept with Zoe Kravitz. Okay. Right? There was a rumor that came out that he was banging her over the Batmobile. And that was like the first time I was like, I might have to see this movie. It is, yes, James. James agrees. And James is our Mr. Positive cheerleader. Yeah, thank you. Yes. He says, I called him Emo Batman. We're going to get into this because I didn't think well, I'm going to get into it in a little bit. But anyway, we were all worried about Pattinson, like Emo Batman. We were worried about him. And then the story, it was apparently was false, but him banging Zoe over the Batmobile, right? And I'm like, that's alpha shit. Like, how do you get more alpha than that? You're on set, not caring, right? So
especially over the Batmobile,
right over the Batmobile. Right? I still like half in costume. What's going on? So that story came out, and I was excited about it. And then I'm talking to Gaze one morning, when I first came back down south, and Gaze was telling me the story about how. What's her name? Dead Eyes said that Pattinson stank, like he stank, which started, it started the whole clean your peen thing and all that. So that's where all that came from. That's where the clean your peen came from. And I was like, I don't know if I can watch this film, and I was kind of tentative to watch it anyway. So it's kind of it was an excuse for me. It's just I get it, Walton. That's why I still take a run at Britney Spears. She's the kind of hot train wreck. Yes. Y'all know who I've been. Yes, I like that shit. I'm into that. I was tentative about it, and then tonight I wanted to get out of my zone, man. I wanted to get out of my zone. Y'all know when you went through a breakup and all that stuff. I'm trying to keep my head level. I'm trying to get into the book and trying to do my thing. My man Tom has been here with me, keeping my head on straight. And
I definitely got your back, brother. Always will.
I know, man. I know. We've been friends forever. We've been friends for decades. Yeah, man. If I've ever told you all about the 30-man rumble, I know I've mentioned it a couple times. This is the man that charged into the front line of 30 people and said, "Who the fuck is this dude?" And I was just charging up. I had no idea. It was a street full of people. It was 7 of us. Street full of people. Not a damn. This man went to the hospital with a broken shoulder blade. I got knocked out, and I just remember seeing feet running away this way. That's all I remember. But anyway, so I didn't know if I wanted to see it. And then we ended up watching it. We ended up watching, the Batman tonight. I watched me, him, and the boy, Pendragon. We watched it. And I liked it.
Yeah, it was a surprisingly good movie. And they could have ended that at like several different points in that movie and made a whole nother movie off of it.
They absolutely could have. They could have. They could have ended like 3 times. It was 3 hours, So I mean, if you really, Cena's in there. See, wash your clean your peen. That is my head cheerleader for the clean your peen. Support any creators of clean your peen. I like creating ridiculousness, man. I just, you know what I mean. You know me. I've never been shy away from self-deprecation.
No.
And my ego, it was a way for me to calm my ego. My ego can get kind of, I'm
exorbitant
a little bit, and so I the way that I kind of calm it down is by just allowing people, just busting on myself. Let people bust on me, bust on others. I don't
can't
even care.
laugh at yourself. Who can you
Exactly. And so that's kind of how I am. That's kind of my personality online. And I don't mind it. And plus, I get wrecked some. You know me. I'm loud and proud. I just I don't care who it is. So it gives people around me that might like Steve kind of. It gives them a chance to to cut on.
You've always had that high energy about you.
High energy and no fucks to give, bro. No fucks to give. But so we were watching. So we were watching the Batman. And first off, if any of y'all are 90s kids, I mean, I'm like an 80s, 90s kids. I'm like an 80s, 90s kid. Like I'm on that cusp. I was born in 77. I'm barely Gen X, but damn it, I'm gonna claim it. I'm
all 80s, 90s.
This man's Gen X. We they played they played, what was it? Something in the Way by Nirvana right at the beginning. That's like Batman's theme through the whole thing. Like every time they get the Batman theme, it's like that. And I thought it really worked, actually. And I get like the emo, the emo Batman idea. Like I understand that because the 90s, the depressed, you remember the depressing 90s when we went from rock, and then the rise of NWA, the gangster rap and really good heavy metal and rock. And then all of a sudden it was everybody's on antidepressants. Like Stone Temple Pilots, Nirvana, What did you think? What did you think of that? I mean, is it like you're a rock kid, you're an 80s kid, man.
Living through it, I was a heavy metal kid. I listened to Black Sabbath, Def Leppard. I try to expand my horizons. I try to listen to all kinds of different music. I was always into music. I was actually a DJ for about 3-4 years. So I had an extensive collection of different music. I like all different kinds of music. But during the 90s, it was the hair bands started out. You had the hair bands in the late 80s, and then in the early 90s, the new wave came in. And at the time, it was great because that was a sign of the times. That's how things rolled, especially in the music community. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say that I enjoyed it. I listened to a lot of albums when they first came out that are very popular today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't like Nirvana when it first came out. I used to be one of those people that didn't like jumping on bandwagons. So everybody was really jumping on the Nirvana bandwagon, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna listen to some, I'm gonna listen to Alice Cooper, the Megadeth, or like these hard bands. I like Metallica, Slayer, some thrash metal. I like a lot of thrash metal, but I also like a lot of 80s stuff. My mom brought me up liking like David Bowie. I remember one of them.
I grew up on David Bowie, Genesis, REO Speedwagon, Boston. I could go on forever here. Mm-hmm. Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix. Yeah. It was just you can't match that music now. No, that was the birth of that type of music, and it was really enjoyable to listen to when it first came out. Even when stuff that came out before I was born, it's still enjoyable to listen to this day. Mm-hmm. It brings back memories.
There was one artist, like my son, he's going through the whole the hip hop phase, and there was one artist that he showed me, Juice WRLD. He's dead now. He's part of the 20 something club, and but his music was very different. Some of it was psychedelic. Some of it was very deep, very emotional and deep. Like I listened to we just rode around and listened to a whole album of this guy.
Come on, you had the Beastie Boys back in the 80s before even rap started.
Yeah. Oh, they were a punk band in the late 70s.
But they came out with that one album and it was all basically rap. Mm-hmm. It was rap before it was rap.
Dude, it was gangster rap before it was rap. Yeah, the first gangster rap album was License to Ill. Yeah. Just listen to that album.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Let me go back to chat real quick and say hi to everybody. He says, let's see. He says from Coffee Enema. Oh, here we go. This is my people. From coffee enemas to dendrophilia to becoming a lawn ornament or his gnarly barnacle bean. Walton has been exposed to the true deviant sicko we've all come to love. I am a deviant, but not that way. Look, these bastards just grasp onto the most ridiculous. I put it out there though. I allow it. I open a lot of doors for a lot of the shit, and I enjoy it. I like the interaction between. You're gonna really enjoy that interaction that you eventually develop with your chats, and because you'll meet them, you'll go in different channels, and you'll get to know them. Like Wook. I talked to Wook outside. Parrothead. I talked to Parrothead outside. I don't think I've ever really talked to James outside of a chat. Tina, I definitely have. Those are good people. And not only that, you develop friendships. You develop good friendships with all these guys. I really love you all. Thank you all for being here. Smash the link, share out the like. Yeah. See, there she is. No barnacle bean. Damn you, Tommy, the Guinea Pig Collective. He says, all we need is cuddles and his shirtless Walton pick. They will never let me live down shirtless Walton. I don't.
You actually went on live shirtless?
Yeah. And I was like real fat too. Like it was it was one of my big fades. No. It was the fat shoulders, the fat. And I was shaved. I was like shaved worse than that. I looked horrible.
You look like a butter up seal.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. This motherfucker. Yes. You bastard. It was originally I was on this guy Thomas Gilkey. He's another YouTuber. He's a friend of his, been a friend of his for like 3 years. He's like second wave Fandom Menace, just like me. And he was having a birthday stream, and it was Memes of Destruction. He's another YouTuber. I'll introduce you to him. He's good. Yeah, you and him would get along. He's very cerebral. He came in and he works out. He's like he has a Pornhub page where he doesn't even put porn. He just puts himself working out on it. Like, he's like a big muscle, big lean guy. And so he came on with his shirt off. He was like, "Come on, guys, let's do it." And I'm on there with Ord's Board and a bunch of people I don't even talk to anymore, old friends of mine. And we were like, "All right, let's do it." So we all did it. And then they were giving me shit about it after that. And God, it was Christmas time. And like, remember I told you, like, during Christmas, New Year's is like all bets are off. All bets. I don't care who I talk to, who I stream with, what's going on. Like everything's cool. I don't give it peace. Peace and love. I don't care. Whose lunch table is what. And according to Christy got me to take my shirt off. And you haven't met her yet. She's a cool person. And
I can't wait to meet all these people.
Listen, Christy made a freaking poster of the shirtless Walton and has it and has gone online and been like, "Look, I got this made." And dies. She's like Christy. She reminds me of my sister Christy. Is what she reminds me of. Every time I talk to her,
I love your sister Christy.
Yeah, she's good people. Yeah. But let's see what we talking to. Let's see. He says, "Totally. If you stuck around long enough, we'll shit on you too." I don't. No, I don't do that. No scat, bro.
I have no problems about shit talking.
Yeah,
not at all.
Ray, Delaware,
give it as good as I could take it.
Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Yeah, man. Let's see, Parrot. Let's see the coffee enema. Okay, all right. And I'm gonna end up going through all the stories with Tom. We can't even cover the Batman right now. All right. So, guys, please subscribe. Let me know if the link below works for the Brutal Truth. I had to type it in because we're working on this channel right now.
Start now. So getting everything together in the next couple days. So check it out when I get it up and running.
Please do. So subscribe to it if you could. It's in the description below. Let me know if the link is working. I appreciate you. If one of my mods get out there. I don't have a neat name for my mods. I need to get one. I need to think of one. What's going to be a cool name for the mods? Wrenches. Tell me what you think. I don't know how they author Stephen Walton or Fandom Menace's story and mods. I have no idea. I have no idea. You know me. I'm not very creative. I only write books. There's Mr. Tickle Trunk. He's another cool person, dude. You're really going to enjoy meeting this dude. So why are you up so late? What times do you drink coffee? This has been our thing.
Yeah.
I have been in my fifis. Up late at night, dealing with shit. And Tommy's been up with me, and this is my druid right here. He had me up during the full moon. We were outside, doing stuff, charging charging our stones. I guess they're totally going to take that in a sexual way.
We were outside down one of our ball sacks out there.
And the dark moon's tomorrow, so like screw it. I'm just like I don't care about my sleeping schedule right now. I'm going to be up all night. So, Mr. Tickle Trunk, yeah, good person in this community. Another good guy. I've known him in the chats forever. Channel member. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Please smash the link, share out the link. Yeah, that. He says, what does he say? The better than Walton's. Yeah, okay, all right. The Goofy Goobers. The Goofy Goobers, really? Look, is that where you're going with that, dude? He says the link didn't work for me. All right.
We'll work on that.
We'll work on it. Thank you.
That'll definitely be fixed by the end of the night.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was trying to look it up. He just started the channel. It's The Brutal Truth, and it wouldn't even come up because we haven't even uploaded an introductory video for him. Going to get channel art and all that stuff together. If anybody's interested in helping an up-and-coming creater put his channel together, please let us know.
Please do. I could use all the help I could get right now.
Yeah, man.
I'm just starting out, so.
And we're both writing books. It's a whole. It was a lot of creativity happening in the house right now. He says, "Why can't I delete my misspell?" I don't know, bro. I don't know what you did. Parrot says, "Walton, you don't only write books. You're a tree humping, coffee enema, loving lawn gnome." Thank you. This is what they do to me, Tom. Why do I come back? So. Yeah, brother. Let's see. He says we are the Walton Trolls. That might work. Parrothead. I don't know. That might work because all you guys do is troll me anyway.
I thought he was an extra in Lord of the Rings myself, but
this bitch. Listen, this son of a bitch. We were up north. I hadn't even introduced him to any of the YouTube crowd or anything, or any of the trash talking or nothing. Like just still up there dealing with all that the fallout from everything that was going on, and we were going upstairs. We were walking upstairs. And he would stop doing, stop walking stop using the elevator, walk upstairs, get some exercise. So me, Ashley, and him, we go around and around and aram. And it started tiring me out. This bastard says, "I Gimli, come on." What out? I was like, "Oh, you're gonna love my other Tommy." Yeah, man. The coffee enema thing. That was.
Where'd that come from?
Coffee enema thing came from. I was hanging out in John Talks chat. John and Nina, I used to be good friends of those guys, and I was in there with Nerd Cookies, Jane Theory, and somebody. What is it? They were talking about an article in which people were actually shoving coffee up their ass as like a detoxant, and I had never even heard of that. I'm like, what? It was so disgusting, Tom. No, who puts coffee in their ass? And that was my reaction. I'm like, what is going on? What are you talking about?
You didn't hear about the kids that were putting fucking alcohol up their ass?
I know what butt chugging is.
Yeah,
I know what that is.
That's the same thing with coffee, dog. What do you do? Put a Keurig cup up there with a bunch of holes in it?
I was like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I was freaking out, and I was over. It was really disgusting, and I was having fun in the chat, and that was it. That was the birth of.
So what, does it percolate when you're done?
That's how all that garbage got started. Yeah, brother. It was oh God, and it ran for a while. John Talks was like, man, you should start selling coffee. And I was good. I was thinking about doing it, but I had a lot of other stuff going on. I was working on volume 1. I was getting things ready to ship that out, and all this stuff up north. It was where me and Nate were living at the time. It was a lot, so I should have done it. I should have. There's a lot of opportunities that I have not taken since doing this. Just either because I didn't have time or I didn't push myself to get it done, and I definitely should have. I will make sure that if those types of opportunities comes up for you, brother, I will let you know. I will point it out. Go and get it.
Definitely.
Go do it.
Definitely.
Let's see. He says Stephen is too highbrow to put it in his pooper. I am not. Ever. You will never, ever hear any kind of story, get a clip, nothing of me putting anything in my ass. First of all. But definitely not coffee. It's just ridiculous. Who does that? Like, it was the ridiculous. I started dying laughing. Like, you got a beer bong? You're like shoving a beer bong in your ass, throwing some Folgers in there. Like, what's going on? And I love coffee, so it's so like
go to Starbucks and order a coffee enema.
right. No idea, man. No idea. It was just, oh my God. These bastards didn't let me go for forever. And then I was I think it was in Nina's chat again. Nina Infinity started all this shit. I was in Nina's chat again. And there was a story about some guy screwing a tree. And I just happened to remember it. And that knowledge came from South Park. I kid you not. And then I said it, and that was it. Then all of a sudden I was a tree humper. Now all of a sudden I'm a tree humper. And they're all a bunch of bastards around here.
That must be your dwarven background.
You see, this is what I deal with at home too, and they have nothing to do with you two. This is the shit I get from my friends. Let's see. Hail to y'all. Let's see. Check your Twitter, dude. If I'll check my Twitter on my phone. That's about the best I can do. But yeah. So back to the Batman. I didn't expect it to be good, and then they played that first scene. They played the scene with their Nirvana. Yeah. Playing Nirvana, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm down. This is like kind of my generation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the background music.
And the background music,
it was really on point with when it started and when it ended. I really liked the movie, you know, and I didn't think I was going into it skeptical, but it really turned out they could have ended that movie at least 3 different times in 3 different spots.
Absolutely. That's what Parrot Head sent me, by the way. It's a dwarf. Motherfucking Gimli. Thank you, Parrot Head. Parrot Head also. Look, you gotta get in the Parrot Head network because Parrot Head also sends me this. He understands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Parrot Head understands that I love young, blonde, blue, and daddy issues.
Damn right.
Yeah. It's Walton, you'll like this one, you know. That's my buddy right there. Get in the Parrot Head network, y'all.
Slather that with some chocolate syrup.
So yeah, you're right, they could have ended it. The movie itself, guys, now give it a shot. Like if you like Batman films, or you like, I know there's a lot of superhero films out there right now, but I'll be honest with you. 20 minutes in, I was engaged. 20 minutes in, I don't know. How did you feel? Like, at what point did you start getting invested in that movie?
I thought it started out a little slow at first, but it definitely picked up, and the way the storyline was written, it was definitely engaging.
Yeah.
It was long, but it was very engaging. Like I said, they could have ended that in a couple different spots and made a whole nother sequel to the movie from that movie.
Yes. By the time you got to, like, I don't know, what I would have been in the third act, but it was halfway through the film. You're like, okay, the film's this is the end of the story. where else can they go with this? And they did. The Riddler was so good. The Riddler was like,
that was about the darkest Riddler I've ever seen.
It was like something out of Saw. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was
dark. Real dark.
It was real dark.
Really dark character. Yeah. A lot different than what we're accustomed to with the Batman cartoons and the Batman comics. It was real dark, but I think they did a real good job on it.
Yeah. I think too. I like them. Penguin. I did not expect Penguin to be that good. Penguin was really good. It was more like the Penguin from Gotham, and I like that Penguin. The Gotham TV show. Did you see that show?
Yes.
I saw. And the people. If you have issues with the Gotham TV show, I get it, because it was not
all that.
It really wasn't all that, but there were parts that were really good. I mean, you know, they changed characters up a little bit too much in Gotham just to try and squeeze them in. You know what I mean? Like, but at least they had Solomon Grundy on screen for 5 minutes. You know, like, I liked that. There were characters that I really did from the Batman universe we haven't seen on screen that I like. Zoe Kravitz, yo.
Oh man.
Woo. Zoe Kravitz, y'all.
Man, I dogged that until my dick was skin. The skin would just fall off.
Zoe Kravitz looked good.
Oh my God. She could hop on top of me anytime she wanted to.
That's the brutal truth. You know, I mean, I've always liked her acting. I've always enjoyed her. You know, she's got just enough hot damage in her eyes. You know what I mean? No, honestly though, I just think that she's a good presence on screen. As a Catwoman, she did really well.
Yes,
I think she really did. Like, I can't hate on this movie at all. Well, let's see. There's nothing really about it that I don't like. There really wasn't about anything about it that I don't like. Let's go through the chat and see. Let's see. He goes, your friend looks like two famous people. I'm getting a little Stephen King and a lot of David Bowie.
Thank you for the compliment. I think I look like a smacked ass myself, but you know.
There's agreements from Papa Cotton in the chat. Let's see. Technotron also said the Batman starts good and the third act is complete ass. Well, okay, you're talking about that slow part where the Waynes. You know about the Wayne part, like when you, I don't know. I don't want to. I guess if you've seen the movie, you ain't seen the movie. We're going to be talking about a little bit of spoilers here, but you know about like that part. I was worried about that too. The woke line. There was like one woke line in it, and I knew it was coming, and it just kind of was like, and then it just passed for me. I wasn't that concerned with it. Really, Jeffrey Wright, by the way, did a great Gordon. I can't even be mad. I'm originally I was upset because I know Tom, you're kind of new to everything that I do and what we talk about. Around my part of the indie sphere, my part of YouTube is there's a lot of characters, a lot of gender race swaps and things that are done to traditional characters to provoke a reaction from the fans, so that the creators, who are the actual bigots, can point fingers at the fans and go, "Why are you mad? Why are you mad, bigot?" You know,
that's what they want. They want bad publicity. It's publicity, regardless. You're getting good publicity and bad publicity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you're still getting publicity. You know, as for changing up the genders and the race, hey, that's just modern. That's just what's going on right now. I look at it as like, I watched the movie and I judge the character for, the person playing the character. I don't look at their color. I don't look at their race. I don't want to. I don't care if they're gay. I don't care if they're bisexual. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
If they nailed that part, they nailed that part.
Mm-hmm. Dig it.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand it. I dig it. The only issue, the issue that I had, I'm probably hyper defensive at this point. A lot of people in our community are hyper defensive, because we've been dealing with these far leftist assholes for years that do these things in our entertainments just for the purpose of provoking division.
They do it intentionally.
They absolutely do it intentionally. So I was worried because then, that affects Batgirl. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden Batgirl's mixed race and they're trying to cancel all the redheads. But to be fair, Jeffrey did a great job. He did a great job as Commissioner Gordon. I was not mad. It didn't take away from the experience. It was well acted, and just I don't have any complaints. I had a really good time.
Sometimes you just gotta drop what you know and just enjoy
and
it for the entertainment value that it is.
Right. The Pattinson. Let's see. There was a couple parts where I thought Pattinson was weak as Bruce, but I thought that overall, as young Batman, he did very well. Papa Cotton says, I knew a chick that would put meth on a piece of toilet paper and shove it in her butt. She called it hooping. Said it was a better high. Women, huh? That's crazy. Don't put don't put things in your ass, y'all. Just they're not supposed to go in your ass. Okay, I mean, it's not what it is. It's not. Mr. Tickle Drink says, I wish I looked like David Bowie. Mr. Tickle Trunk, I'm sure you're hot. I'm sure you're perfectly hot. He says, someone get this man some lube. You don't want his skin falling off.
It still happens even if you lube it up. That shit wears off after a while.
Oh, my Lord. Darius Munchausen, what's up? Hell, brother. That's another up-and-coming creator. He's been around for a year. I didn't really get to know him until about 6 plus months ago, but he's got a good group of people working around him. Just good. One of the things I really enjoy about interacting with other channels is getting to meet people, getting to network with them, getting to know them, meeting like really decent cats in the community. Darius is one of them. He's a good person, man. So keep an eye out for that and subscribe to Darius Munchausen. Hang out with him. Let's see. Mr. Tickle Trunk says the fake woke line in the movie was like a turd in the bed. It was like a turd in the bed because it wasn't necessary. All these privileged white people.
I guess Amber Heard was on set.
Bitch, you half white. Amber Heard was on set.
Or should I say Amber Turd?
Amber Turd. Amber Turd. Oh my Lord. All the stuff that's I mean, we're not getting into that right now, but I don't know. Let's see. He also says, or a stink in the meal. Couldn't enjoy anything around it. So I understand that, Mr. Tickle Trump. Like I said, I was worried about it. I knew it was coming, but it didn't take away from my enjoyment of the film. If anything, it was like one of those, all right, that line just doesn't fit, and then just kept going. But to a degree it did. I did notice a lot of there was a very mixed cast, which I'm totally fine with because that reflects today's world. No issue with that whatsoever. And so it kind of fit, but it kind of didn't because she's playing a mixed character. You're half white, but you just all of a sudden you ain't white. You ain't half white. I don't know. It didn't take away from it for me. Because the scenes around it were really good. She was ruthless too. Yo, she'd kick a dude off a building. She didn't care.
I kind of find that sexy, man.
She was a killer.
She could kick my ass any day of the week.
Tom, listen, I tried to tell you about this. You can't like the evil ones. I'm telling you, it don't work out. It don't work out. They'll take your money. They'll cheat. Let's see. Rob Cotton says we should start a vicious rumor about Tom and welcome him correctly.
Please do that. I don't have no problems with that. I'm from Delco, so if you didn't start a rumor about me, you ain't showing no love.
Right. Dig that. He says, Tommy, you're thicker than Stephen was during his Nashley days. Paradise not going to let me live that down. He's not going to let me live that part of my life down, but it's his right to do so. Mr. Tickle Trunk says, we don't care about those things. He says, we don't care about those things about the actor either. The Batman is white, Blade is black, and they have to change stuff, and it's really stupid. They do it to provoke, and then they do it to signal.
Of course. They do it. They do it to piss off the community. And the only reason they do that is because they know they're going to get more publicity out of getting bashed about changing the gender, changing the race, changing the ethnicity. You know, it's just to get you pissed off. And when you guys get pissed off, you guys got a louder voice. Mm-hmm. And it just echoes.
Right. Advertising.
Yes.
Tommy in the Guinea Pig Collective talks about that a lot. He says that we should, he's my buddy, and I understand where he's coming from. He says that we should stop talking about Disney, stop talking about the things that we hate because we're basically just advertising them. And I mean, you echo that sentiment.
Like I said, it's publicity.
Yeah.
Negative publicity is still publicity.
Yeah.
Because then certain people are going to come up with the conclusion, well, I got to watch this for myself to see what everybody's talking about.
Mm-hmm. And then, well, yeah, you're right. And that's like from a normie perspective. And then you've got people out there that report on it, and they're going to continue that echo.
Right.
It's like this. It's okay. So if you want to grow your channel, it's at least with the stuff that I've done, which is why I'm making another channel. So I have an outlet for doing more spiritual conversation, philosophical, tarot cards and things like that. You've got to stay with the same, you got to stay with the algorithm. You got to stay with the algorithm that you built.
Yeah.
And so there are channels that have been built on covering that type of topic, on covering the, woke entertainments, the far left is fighting the far left. It's kind of with the Fandom Menace. When I came in, as part of that, that's what we did. And some of us continue to do that. Just, they don't rep the TFM hashtag no more. And if you don't continue to do that, you lose the algorithm. You build an audience, and that's what you're supposed to do. Like Papa Cotton. Papa Cotton for a while was like, Steve, where's your angry videos? Why ain't you angry? Why ain't you angry no more? I want to hear you yelling. And that's because that's the channel that I built. And to answer your question, I wasn't getting laid for a very long time. And then I met the daughter of Satan. Anyway, so the succubus. that's what when I was streaming with Etep McCoyan, he's another buddy of mine. I'll introduce you to Pete. I was on there and I really started to feel like that again, like all of a sudden I had that fire in me. I'm like, screw these far leftists. I can't, and just like I can't stand what Mr. Tickle Trunk is talking about right here. That is the fire. I have that in me. I have that disgust. And that is the content that I need to create. That's where I started on this channel. That's what they expect.
That's your persona.
That's my persona, right? That's the person that's author Stephen Walton. All right. And so, I had backed away from that for a while. Well, obviously, because my attention was,
distracted,
just way too distracted on something that it shouldn't have been. And
I got him back on track.
He's getting me back on track. Trust me. Miriam gives me shit. Miriam's like the wolf mama. She's like, Steven, don't you dare go back to. I'm like, I know. Tommy's here every day. Keep me on track.
Yeah.
But so when I was doing that show the other night, man, it felt good. Like for 5 minutes, like I just wanted to rage again. I wanted to, just like, because it does piss me off.
Oh, I felt the energy in the room. There was definitely energy change in the room.
When I'm doing live streams most of the time, Tom's sitting over in the lounge chair that you always see in the background on his computer, just doing stuff. But that's like I still have that. Like I'm still pissed off. I'm still a part of this culture war. I'm still a part of this backlash. It pisses me off that there are people in positions of power who don't really give a shit. Like they're just getting paychecks. Oh, yeah. But they're espousing and they're catering to people with legit mental illnesses out there that believe they have that men can have babies and crazy shit like that, or they simply promote that to create anger, to create division.
It's all about keeping the public divided.
Yes,
because if the public wasn't divided, then we'd all get together and we'd all call out their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
We fucking change fucking everything. But it's just a bunch of bullshit because nobody knows what to fucking do. Nobody knows how to change the system. And as long as they keep on dividing us down into subdivisions of different race, creed, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's just to keep the public divided. And they want to dumb you down. They definitely want to keep you down below their level because they don't want free thinking people. They don't like free thinking people because we're a threat. And if we ever join together as a group, we can make some shit happen.
Absolutely. And that's why they don't like grassroots backlashes like the Fandom Menace. That's why that people were coming after them. That's why you had all these papers and all these actors and all these production companies coming after them. Anytime you see a group of people that are standing up united, especially in the last several years,
you need to support these people. You need to help them beat this fucking algorithm that they got going on. Because it's all to suppress people of free thinking.
Absolutely. Yeah. Keep people, and like you said, dividing people into these small categories, check boxes. That's what we call it. We call it check boxes. They keep dividing it smaller and smaller and smaller. Well, the bathroom debate didn't work. Well, then we did subdivision of that. So now we need non-binary people. And now we need 682 genders. And now they just keep dividing and dividing and dividing and dividing. And then try and get these little check boxes fighting with each other. The Oscars, I don't know if you know this, but the Oscars changed their rules for being able to get awards a couple years back, where you have to within your with the actors, the production staff, like in every group, you got to have certain check boxes met. You need to have these many minorities. You need to have these many gays. You need to have these many non-binaries. You need to have these many transgenders. And you have it's just like that. Taking percentage. First off, some of that is all bullshit.
We got to make sure everybody gets an award.
Well, it's not just that; it's like propagating mental illness, man. It's my God, dude. There's so many things. So many things. Okay, let me back up. Trying to create subdivisions of people that do not exist, that live on the fringe, and then promoting them as if they are mainstream, right? I'm not dissing anybody that lives on the fringe. Honest to God, if you're a person who feels like you need to change yourself and do another gender or whatever, I couldn't imagine what kind of a nightmare that is. It's definitely a thing. It's been a thing for thousands of years. You can look back in ancient Greece. You can look back at all these ancient civilizations that have had those types of populations. That is a thing. But that is not the mainstay of a population. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not what you would call normal. So you know what I mean, like the normal population. But it does exist, and it should not be excluded from rights or privileges. And what these far leftists do is they take these fringe and then they put them in the front and center, and they say you need to respect this. Like, no, motherfucker, I don't need to respect shit. You know, they immediately go ahead.
That's just them trying to divide you even further. They're just trying to look over here while I'm over here doing this.
Absolutely.
It's a shell game. It's a shell game on a fucking global level, on a government level. The government is so goddamn corrupt. Don't even get me started on that, because that's a conversation all by itself.
Well, I mean, that has to do with it. I mean, it also has to do with not just our government, but the world governments.
Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna smoke tonight. I'm sorry.
It's a club. It's a club, and the common man and the common people are not part of that club, because big money protects big money.
Absolutely.
There ain't no doubt in my mind. That's why politicians are politicians. You notice that all the politicians are the same. People in the Senate, people in Congress, they're running fucking. What was Arlen Specter was the governor of the fucking in the Senate up in Pennsylvania for over 20 fucking years.
How does that even make sense?
No, it shouldn't be that way. It should be term limits on everybody.
Absolutely, man. But you see, okay, that is the over-encompassing conversation. That is absolutely it. Guys, subscribe to people like Wes Moody Webcast. He's got a new channel out there. He got struck down, so that's one of the things on YouTube is you have to be careful what you talk about, because you got to fight the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't like free thinkers. They want people that like.
That's why the community needs to step up and start supporting everybody that's a free thinker.
Yeah, absolutely. And hope your channel doesn't get struck down. But that is the over-encompassing conversation. So the one of the battlegrounds for it against the globalists, against people that the top 1%, people you're talking about, is in entertainments. Like, that's where my battleground is, you know. And some people have branched out. I have this one, my friend Supreme Heretic, Drew Taylor. He moved more into politics. You know, comics division. He's another friend of mine. He moved into politics. You know, politics and entertainments. A lot of people have. Neurotic covers it here and there, but he's more in entertainment. So Gary, he's another friend of mine. I have Scott's working the same thing. My battleground is entertainments, right? And that is where people are trying to keep people divided by conditioning young people into not understanding even what they are, just completely confusing them. And not only that, but like in my opinion, making them more accessible to perverts.
It's all to distract you.
I understand.
It's all to distract you so they can get away doing what they want to do.
Exactly, but some of those distractions are have very nefarious goals. All right, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be having conversations with 5 and 6 year olds about funny sexuality. Why are you handing out pamphlets to a second grader explaining what a blowjob is? What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine that, Tommy? Could you imagine that when we were going to school, that conversation at all being had anywhere out of sex ed? You know, where
at that age you're trying to program the kids.
Yeah,
and frankly, the way they teach you in school, they ain't preparing you for shit. They want you dumbed down. Mm-hmm. They want to keep you as dumb as possible. This way, you do not come to your own conclusions about what's going on and how corrupt the system is. It's just to keep the people in debt.
No doubt. Oh, no doubt.
So you have to slave every day while these motherfuckers keep their fucking mansions, and they declare bankruptcy, but yet they're still driving around in Maseratis and living in fucking mansions up in upstate New York or out in California. Mm-hmm. How you get away with that? If I declare bankruptcy, I got nothing. They manipulate the system Big money protects big money.
Absolutely. Let's go through the chat a little bit. Also, when you're holding live streams, make sure to go through, because these are our people. These are my people. These are my people. You got, and
you got to acknowledge the people that are showing up, because they did show up and they're actually part of this live stream.
Absolutely, man. Without y'all here,
you got to make everybody feel wanted and loved.
Hail the chat. Hail the chat. All right, let's see. We got DJ Odyssey, another great YouTuber dude. I can't wait to introduce you to him. He says, what the hell did I walk into now? Shaking my head. We are talking about the Batman, or trying to, and
we keep on going off.
We go into other stuff. Whatever news we're also going to do. If y'all didn't see my first, if y'all didn't see the video that didn't get much views, and I was having fun with it. It's called Addict Tarot. We're going to do Addict Tarot Part 2 tonight. We're going to continue the story of the Addict. Let's see. Darius says, wow, thanks. No, man, anytime, brother, anytime. Good to see you, dude. Thank you so much for being here. Monkey Jeebus is here. What is up? What is this? This is me. This is me and up-and-coming YouTuber, The Brutal Truth. We're going to be holding some live streams at night. We're probably going to do these streams over on his channel or my new channel that I'm going to be putting. I'm going to finalize that and put it out there for you guys. It's going to be Lodonis Dragonstorm. That's where I'm going to do my tarot card readings, where I'm going to talk about, my positive stuff and, more spiritual, philosophical talk. And then this channel is going to be just me bitching about entertainments and going full historian. So it's just as I have grown as a person, and discovered different likes, different things that I want to talk about, I think that it would be more advantageous for me to split and just create two channels and just make two channels at this point. Plus, I love doing tarot card readings. I love talking to you all about that. For those of you who like it, some of you don't, and I'm tired of confusing the algorithm and my subscribers. But I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I got 19. We got back up to 1995 subscribers, man. I'm so happy. I'm 5 away from 2,000 again. Then I appreciate all of you being here, man. Thank you, Monkey Jibbis, for being here. Appreciate you. Let's see. Mr. Tickle Trunk says, a mixed cast is fine, not when you mix up established characters that look like they have for 50 years. I totally agree. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you an article. I think, you know what, guys, let me know in the chat if you want me to cover the Ta-Nehisi Coates making the black Superman. Let me know if you want me to cover that. I'll show Tommy that article and cover that with him and see what he thinks. Let's see. Or anything else. You know what? Or anything else. Guys, put in the chat if you want us to cover a topic. I'll pull an article up and show Tom. Tom's new to this community. He's new to, he's an up-and-coming channel. He's just beginning to understand what we do and this part of the culture war. The fight for our modern mythologies. Tom is really into world news and current news. Like, tell him a little bit about what your thoughts on what's going on over in Ukraine right now.
From my thoughts over in Ukraine, Russia's just going to keep on going. If we don't draw the line in the sand, they ain't going to stop. They want all the land that they lost back in 1991 when the fall of the USSR came about. They want all that resources. It's all about resources. It's all about money. And that's all it's coming down to. They don't care who they got. They don't care if they kill all those people. They don't give two shits. They want that land. And it's a real dangerous situation over there because some of the biggest nuclear power plants are in Ukraine. Besides the Chernobyl that blew up in 1986, I think it was, there's even bigger ones over there, and they're shooting missiles over them. It's they don't have to shoot a nuclear warhead. They could just blow up a nuclear power plant and have the same effect. We need to draw the line in the sand, and they keep on threatening. They keep on threatening the West and everybody that's helping them. But hey, the West is saying, well, we're just going to keep on feeding them. We need to draw a line in the sand, and we need to say enough's enough. Because everybody knows, all the world powers know that nuclear war is not winnable. There is no winnable scenario there. No. Everybody's
radiate the world, right?
Everybody's going to die eventually. The world population is going to go from 7 billion down to about 250,000 in 30, 40 minutes. And now with the hypersonic missiles, they can blow you up in
hypersonic missiles. They have hypersonic missiles.
Yeah, Russia could shoot a hypersonic missile over at us. It'll be here in 30 minutes. We'd have 30 minutes to prepare for it. And there's nothing that our government could do about it.
So why do you think the United States hasn't become engaged in the Ukraine war?
We are engaged in it in a way, but we are not sending troops over there yet. Yet.
Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, I would say if Ukraine can't stop Russia, NATO is definitely going to step up, and Sweden.
We are NATO.
Sweden
basically.
and Finland's already going to join NATO, and that's like 830-mile border on Russia, and they've already threatened to stockpile nuclear warheads along that border and forces, and to storm Finland and Sweden if they need to, which are both NATO countries. And we don't, you know what I mean? There's 5 communist countries left in the world. There's over 40 countries in the NATO pact.
Mm-hmm.
If we all got together, if everybody came together, which they're starting to now, because everybody's supporting Ukraine, that we could just nip this shit in the bud. I'm surprised that we haven't tried taking Putin out.
Mm. And that is the kind of content you're going to get on The Brutal Truth, my man, Tom's channel. So we have we've got a few things. We got a few things in the chat here, my friend. Let's see. Mr. Paradise says, Deej knows better music than Steven knows coffee enemas. Mr. Tickletrunk says, I hear Tom's penis has an elbow.
My nickname's Moose, so, what can I say? It just hangs there.
DJ Odyssey says, rumor has it Tom would bang Amber, then poop on her side of the bed, then leave.
Oh, I fuck her in her pooper and then poop on her ass.
Damn. Paradise says, Mr. Tickle Drunk, that's nothing compared to Drew's peen. Drew is beware the Drew. That's a hashtag. He's known to have a massive dong. Mr. Tickle Drunk says, I hear Tom tried to fight a bear once.
Always. I ain't afraid of a goddamn thing.
DJ says, poor Snoop snorted poop. I don't even know what the heck that means, man. Papa God's dying out there. Hail to you, brother. Paradise says, Drew once bitch slapped a bear with his peen from 3 states away. I love my chat, dude. I love my chat. Mr. Tickle Truck says, stop making fun of stuff you hate. Laugh at stuff you hate because they still deserve your scorn. Just balance yourself with stuff you love. Absolute. Yes. That's why I like Tommy's channel. Vinny Tardamella, Vinny Art. He's an artist too, man. Tom's an artist. He does that. They do a show together called Collectible Past. Dude, they talk about all kinds of toys, toy reviews, cartoon reviews, like back in our day, man. Stuff you stuff we haven't seen in like 20 years. Tommy knows all about it. Tommy,
I've already subscribed to a lot of these people, so I'll be checking them out.
Good. Let's see. Mr. Tick says, does anyone still rep the TFM hashtag? Right here. Let's see. Mr. Tickle Trunk says there's still good shit out there. Tide's turning some. Reacher, great primetime show.
Yes, I did watch that. That is very good, and it actually stayed true to the books. Just, Tom Cruise, that movie was it was garbage, man. It didn't follow the books at all. I'm a well-read person, so I try to keep up on all, especially all the TV shows that are coming out that have books. I like reading the books first. This way, I get the author's point of view. I try to support the authors that are in this world because a lot of people don't read anymore. And that's a shame because the books are so much better than the shows, than the movies. Game of Thrones. Don't even get me started on Game of Thrones because I read those books twice and they just murdered that. They came up with no original content on that.
Let's see. Yeah, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Sorry, my son just texted me and said, I'm trying to sleep, Dad. Sorry. This is my son's godfather, by the way. So he's got to He's got two good men in the house now, and we're keeping him up. Let's see. Anybody else? Mr. Trump, DJ, hail to all y'all. Says, what is Parrothead says? Walton's finally come out of the closet. I'm not out of. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro?
Man love is not gay.
Man love is not gay, but if any woman's going to turn one gay, it'd be Mr. Tickletrunk says they ruined my Star Wars and Star Trek. I'm pissed off forever for that. Yeah, man, you got to balance with those. Stay angry, but focused into something constructive. Absolutely, man. That's how I feel. You know, I love.
Yeah, I've watched Discovery, and the storylines basically just regurgitated from the old Star Trek. That's all it is. It's the same shit, just better graphics.
What do you think? Yeah, we haven't really had too many of these conversations. What do you think about Michael Burnham?
At first, I thought she was pretty good, and the more I watched it, it seemed like she was just trying to overextend her reach.
Yeah,
it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's just certain ways that she looks, the way she talks. It's trying too hard to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to replicate something that she can't.
Yeah, dig it. Yeah, dig it. You can't. The original Trek is the best Trek. And I count Roddenberry years, which is all the way up until TNG season 3, and then that run. Like, I mean, because I enjoy things about Voyager that I enjoy. DS9 is my favorite. Enterprise, I love. I'm so pissed that Enterprise didn't get like a full 7 seasons. They should have absolutely gotten a full, because by the time you had that last season of Enterprise, they all hit their stride, you know, kind of like TNG. TNG hit its stride around the 4th season. You know,
that's the norm now, is once they get up in ratings, they don't want to see it slide. They want to end it there. This way, in a couple 10 years from now, we're gonna bring it back. It's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it's regurgitation. Yeah,
it's
man.
Right. It's the same shit over and over again. Just to pull the wool over your eyes.
Balance. Yes, balance. Papa Cotton says 6 Wookiees in a trench coat was a brilliant name. That was because I was trying to get a wrench on Brie Larson's channel. Brie Larson. Oh, that's a whole other thing. Let's see. DJ say ruined my Star Trek, Star Wars, and Doctor Who. I'm triple pissed. Yeah, for you Whovians out there, I'm so sorry. I know that Doctor Who.
I feel sorry for them. They murdered that show.
Star Trek, yeah. Did they?
Yeah, they definitely murdered that show.
I didn't. I'm not really a Whovian, so it's been difficult for me to write about it. I'm interviewing a few people for Volume 2, for the Phantom Menace Volume 2, that are, so that I can get their perspective on it, because I really don't. You know, I could write about it, but I don't have the passion for it. Star Wars, I love, but Star Trek is my lover. You know, I mean, like that's it. There are people out there who just, you know, adore Star Wars much more than I do, and you'll get a passion from them and an expertise in what the old expanded universe Legends was. I read a lot of Legends, but not the entire thing. And Star Trek, dude, I mean, I really, honestly, God, I should be covering all kinds of Star Trek stuff, but I just can't, because I'll rage. Every one of my videos would be just going blatherskite. I'm going to be so pissed off because I hate Kurtzman Trek. And
do it. You know, rage about it. Make your side known. Let them hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. It would be hard for me to articulate how I feel, because I just want to rage. I just, when it comes to Star Trek, because I love Star Trek and I hate what they have done with it. I don't, you know, I've heard some fans that are more susceptible, not susceptible, people that actually watch some of it, or, you know, that's watching and review it, who have enjoyed things like Lower Decks, and you know what I mean, like they're pulling characters in the Lower Decks like Odo and TS9 characters that I really would like to see, you know, but I don't trust Kurtzman at this point. I don't trust Kurtzman Trek. When the creator of Star Trek, the current creator of, you know, woke Trek, gets on a panel and says, we are absolutely using this show as a platform to espouse our ideals, that is the very thing that I am fighting. All right, you know what I mean? Like, Star Trek was already progressive. You don't need to make it totalitarian left progressive. There's no reason to do it. And
why mess with something that they had already perfected?
And Star Wars, I mean, dude, it just have you seen the sequel trilogy?
Yes, I have.
Is it Star Wars?
No, it's not Star Wars.
That's that's what, and it isn't that just that it's not Star Wars. It's that the reason that they made it the way they did was to piss off the original fans because they hate the original fans. When the Last Jedi came out, and this basically how our whole indie sphere started was post Last Jedi. Everybody was just like, "What in the F is this?" There were a lot of people. There were a lot of people before, world class bullshitters, and a few other channels that understood from the Farce Awakens. But after the Last Jedi, when they gave us when they said this was Luke Skywalker and it wasn't, and then we're getting, there was this one article that they had a picture from inside the writer's room, and they got a picture of Vader and Luke in the elevator in the Last Jedi going up to see the Emperor, and they actually drew a red circle and slash around Luke's face.
Oh, they murdered Luke's character. He should have been the baddest. He should have been the baddest motherfucker out there. They made him into a broken down old man on a planet, drinking God knows what. He throws his lightsaber over his fucking shoulder like he don't give two goddamn fucks, and then he disappears into the forever.
He just farts. He just like he overdosed on the Force and died. What the fuck you doing? This you know what I mean? Like that there's no reason for that.
The Luke that I wanted to see was the Luke that they portrayed in The Mandalorian, where he came into that ship and he kicked fucking ass.
Right.
He busted ass.
Nope.
He tore those motherfucking droids up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it should have been in the sequels.
The thing is that Jon Favreau was the reason that happened.
I know. I love him. He's trying his best to do what's right. I do believe he is doing his best to do what's right for the franchise.
He had to hide that scene from Kathleen Kennedy and the rest of the writers.
Oh, of course.
In order to get it on screen, he had to hide it from them because they did not want.
Because that destroys their narrative in the sequels.
Yep, it's awful. It's just, it's terrible. Anyway, so yeah. So these are my friends, man. They understand this passion. They understand like what we've been through as fans of these franchises. I wanted to pass it on to Nate. I wanted to pass my love on for Star Wars, Star Trek, and these things. And he didn't really take the Star Trek. He did a little bit. His grandma would watch TNG with him, but he started taking on the Star Wars because he played Star Wars Legos and things like that, Indiana Jones Legos. And he attached to Kylo Ren. He was like, all right, and that made me think about. I was like, okay, I don't really like this character, but that reminds me how much I love Vader. I love the Anakin Skywalker story. So, I just wanted to engage with him and I wanted to pass that on to him. And then it comes to a point where like, not only are we getting terrible content, but they're giving terrible content because the creators are bigots and racists and awful, hateful people that want to divide us, keep people divided, and keep dividing. And that was the only reason that they took this thing, Star Wars or Star Trek, or Doctor Who, from what I understand, something that brings people together, creates conversation for the love of a character or the love of a franchise, and creates conversation. The water cooler talks, like these are things that bring us together. And this is something that the people who are pulling the strings, whether they're actors or production companies or politicians, the people that want to keep us divided use that as a tool, as a platform to create divisions. And that is the part of the culture war that we're engaged in, that I'm engaged in.
Because conflict sells. As long as people are at conflict, it sells.
Yeah.
It builds momentum because people love conflict.
People do love conflict.
Yes. That's why we're always at war.
That's terrible. Just another red shirt comes in and says, "Hail, all hail!" Just another red shirt. One of my brothers. Yeah, I love the TFM chat brethren since for years now. Love seeing him, man. Hail to you. All snap Milton's in the house. I know good people. They can think freely of every race, religion, and creed, but emphasis on good people, not derelicts, like what's been encouraged at the moment. Hail to you, man. Yes. Hail, yes, Milton. Very well said, dude. Thank you very much.
Religion's a whole nother topic that I don't even want to go into right now because I'll go into a rant that's about 3 hours long.
The brutal truth is coming to you. My man Tom's channel is coming to you, and you're going to hear those kinds of topics. Let's see. Mr. Tickle Trunk says, F all that division BS. I'm a liberal, my man, right there with you. Progressive, temperate. And I mostly talk to conservatives these days because they understand the stuff I'm angry at. Collectivism, checking boxes, etc. Exactly. Yeah, Mr. Tickle Trunk and I understand my man because I'm a Northeast liberal. I'm a 90s liberal. You know, Tom. And dude, I'm like I said on the Tom a couple weeks ago, I was like, I'm a liberal witch from Philly, and I'm around a bunch of Christian conservatives and conservatives. I'm like, what happened
down in the Bible Belt?
Yeah, right. Like, what happened? I'm agreeing with these people. It really comes down to it's a beautiful thing, though, Tom. And I mentioned this to you the other day. The beautiful part of it is that I have met people that I never thought I'd become friends with and never thought I would exchange ideas with. And we end up we're on the same level. And that also, I think, adds to the idea that the creation of division, the illusion that we are more different than alike, and creating those divisions and creating names and titles and labels and in order to, create barriers between people and stop conversation. Something that our modern myths used to bridge those gaps because of our common love of something. And so, I'm thankful to have met my Christian brothers my Christian brothers and sisters out there, my conservative brothers and sisters out there. I love that. I've met a lot of libertarians. I've met a lot of different types. And it's been an eye-opening experience. I really enjoyed this journey that I've been on for the last few years. Let's see. So DJ says, so with the coffee sap enema, I ain't doing no enemas, yo. I ain't putting nothing up my ass. Thank you.
I ain't going to tell you that he's sitting on the dildo right now, but
I am not. Don't even listen to this bitch. Don't even listen to this bitch.
That's why he keeps on rocking back and forth.
Papa Cott subscribed to Brie Larson. Why you promoting Brie Larson in my chat? What is going on? I said, you know what? I'd tap Brie Larson. I ain't lying. Let's see. Sorry. Milton says, I believe in treating people equally. Absolutely, Milton. Hail to that. Yeah, why?
Hail to you, brother. Hail to you, definitely. Treat everybody equally. I don't care, man, woman, child, beast. I don't care. Treat everything equally. We're all living beings in this world. We all need to get along. We need to stop the conflict. We need to get along. We need to start uniting. We need to beat the system. And the only way to beat the system is to unite.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Brian. Absolutely, my druid. Mr. Tickletrunk says, don't get me started on that. Seems like a phrase spoken a lot in this house.
Oh, yeah. We do a lot of talking.
A lot. We're very opinionated.
Yes.
Very opinionated men. And we're going to be doing we're going to be doing some live streams together and talking about
a lot of live streams together.
Absolutely, man. Let's see, man. My ass
is going to go off.
Y'all going to get the brutal truth. I've been getting the brutal truth. Let me tell you, Mr. Tickle Truck, I've been getting the brutal truth for weeks now. All right. And over again. I mean, it's been positive reinforcement, to be honest. There's been a lot of positive reinforcement. Keep your head up. Stop thinking about this. Move forward.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.
Positive things happen to positive people.
Yep. This person
negative attracts negative.
This person did this because this person don't care, never cared. You just can't think about that. Drop those bricks. Keep moving forward.
Yes.
Tom's been a godsend, man. This is my best friend. It's been a lot of help to me.
We've helped each other. We both helped each other out.
Yeah.
You saved my ass by bringing me down here.
Hell, brother. The Parrothead says Walton doesn't even respect the Forest Service. Parrothead, you just keep running with this narrative. This is the false. This is what we're fighting, Tom. The false narratives being pressed in our entertainments. And by others, we're fighting this.
Just fucking you with you because you're a tree hopper.
This mother. But don't get him. Don't convert. Don't let them convert you, Tommy. Don't let them
it's all good and fun, man. We're from Delco, so if we didn't poke at each other,
it means we don't love each other.
Exactly. You got that right.
Let's see. Pumpkin's angry white guys. Yeah.
No, I ain't even angry yet, brother.
Got started. We're just getting our feet wet. Mr. Tickle says Hollywood and politicians grease each other's wheels all the time too. Absolutely, they're all working. Go ahead, man.
It's a boys' fucking club, bull. It's them protecting it. Oh my god. Now you're gonna get me angry. I'm gonna get real fucking angry about this. because they protecting themselves. They're a bunch of fucking kitty fucking motherfuckers that are getting away with murder. They're killing fucking kids. They're making people disappear because the narrative's starting to change. People are starting to come out. Things are starting to open up. It's unbelievable what they're getting away with, and nobody's doing nothing about it. And they'll continue to do it. They'll continue to do it and continue to do it, and they'll keep squashing it because you know why? Because they got the fucking money to do it.
Yep, and I'm going to discuss with Tom about things you can and can't say on YouTube, and some of that brutal truth is exactly some of the things you can't say on YouTube. Yeah, but
I'm going to be getting shadow banned a lot.
Yeah, you're going to be a shadow banned. he already ain't going to be monetized. So let's see. I got a super chat. So let me skip forward because I actually have a super chat, and that's pretty cool. But I will go back and catch all of y'all. Let's see. Oh, Mason, I gotta look it up. Give me a super sticker, dude. Rex Raymond, thank you so very much. I need to look on it, see that super sticker.
Thank you, there,
dude.
Sir.
That
we
is awesome, my brother.
Thank you. Use the help.
Yep, need the help. Yep, and I
support your independent contract, your independent creators.
That's right. Support the creators. That's right, dude. No, thank you very much, channel member. I much appreciate that, dude. And I can't tell you how much right now at this specific moment. I appreciate that. I was robbed of several $1,000s, and it's been difficult to come back from losing all that money. Let's see. Go back up and let's see. I knew a chick that put math. Oh, that's too far up. Hold on.
We're open.
Give me a moment. Let's see. Here we go. Let's go. Let's start here. When they say they're educating children, they're gaslighting us. They ain't educating children. Talk about the educational system, Tom. Talk about your opinion of today's educational system.
Today's education system is all to program you to fucking fail from the beginning. They don't teach you nothing that you need to really know in life. They don't prepare you for nothing. It's to keep you dumbed down. This way, you don't come up with your own ideas. It's just to keep you suppressed.
Coffee. You take care. You run the show. I'm gonna go make some coffee. You run the show.
It's just to keep the people suppressed. It's to program our next generation, and us as parents, as grandparents, need to step up and start educating our own kids. I had 3 kids of my own. I helped educate them. I had them homeschooled so I could help show them what they needed to learn, what they needed to do to survive in life. And they're doing a great job. I talked to my son last night. He just got promoted to a manager, and he's 18 years old. You know, he's doing a fucking fabulous job. I tried to prepare my kids as best as I could. And the education system nowadays is just to manipulate the next generation, to keep them dumbed down so they don't question authority, that they're just stupid. They're just programmed. They're drones. So it's unbelievable what they're getting away with, and the public's letting them get away with it. You hear a little uproar here, a little uproar there, but in essence, ain't nothing getting done, and ain't nothing's going to get done until everybody starts uniting. That's what we need to do. We need to come together as a family, as a group of individuals, strong, and start leading our next generation to make our kids grow up knowing what the bullshit is, so they could come up with their own conclusions, so they could come up with a way to stop this corruption, the way to stop big money. Big money is the biggest problem in this country. It's because big money's got the money to suppress everybody. All they got to do is say one phone call. Yo, man, you own this, you own it, you own this radio station, you own this newspaper. I want you to start saying this narrative. Hey, and they get away with it. And the news today is just them programming you with what they want you to believe. It's just programming. You need to start reading the news and start reading in between the lines, because that's all it is they're projecting their own narrative, and you need to start coming up with your own narrative, because they're just bullshitting you, and that's just to keep them in power longer.
And that's the bottom line because the brutal truth said so. Go ahead and click through, talk to the chat, my man. That's what we do.
Okay. Milton knows the Insane Witch King. Holy shit! When I was growing up with sex age, it was puberty. When you started it, and it was 15 when it is the age of consent of teenagers. Lessons of safe sex only after the age of consent of teenagers. I definitely agree with that. This way, you're old enough to make up your own conclusions. You could come up with, hey, if you want to say that I'm part of. I was born a woman, but I'm a man. That you're at that age where you could come up with that conclusion by yourself. You shouldn't be programming kids at 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, you should wait until they're old enough to understand and make their own decisions. And you don't have to be 18. I grew up. When I grew up, I was making my own decisions by the time I was 12, 13 years old. You know, I love my family, which I really, really do. But I was in a dysfunctional household, and I grew up fast. I became a man when I should have been a teenager, and it's just the bottom line of the fact that I came up with my own conclusions. And I'm a very masculine man, but I also have my feminine side. I ain't gonna downplay that. Everybody should, you know. Everybody should see both sides of the coin.
My brother's real quick. I was like, what's up, Phil? I want to say hi to Phil, the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Oh my God. My man, dude. Oh, we get the $20 super sticker. Thank you so much, Darius Moonchausen. Thank you very much. Hold on, man. I hope that StreamYards updates this so that we can see.
Definitely help support your independent creators.
Absolutely. Hold on. I'm trying to find the super sticker because I want to see what it is. Let's see. Sorry, guys. There it is. Popcorn. There's Darius Moonchausen with popcorn. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yo, what's up, Mac? Good to see you, dude. That's my boy Mackany right there. Look, Mackany was a fan 2 years ago. We used to do this show called TR4. It was me and Scotty and Lorraine and Jane. You remember TR4, right? TR4. Yeah, I loved those ladies. And Mac was always in the chat supporting us, and eventually, like, he got inspired to create his own channel, started doing it. Now he's doing awesome, dude. I think he's monetized now. He's got a Twitch channel. He's an artist in the community. My time, he's an artist too, Mac. And he just kept perfecting his craft, come around every week, supports a lot of indie creators. He was a member of Rogue Entertainment. You know, I still consider him one of my rogues, whether y'all are still with it or not. Like, you're still my brother, man. And it's good to see you, dude. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Very, very much. Tina Bojan, I can't bring this. Oh, that's a super sticker he sent us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's going great, man. Thank you.
I really appreciate that. We really do.
I can't bring it up because StreamYards hasn't done it yet, but Tina Bojan, member for 20 months. Tina, thank you so much. One of my centurions out there.
Yes.
Says, once again, I say Stephen qualifies for the druid equivalent of sainthood based on the jokes he tolerates. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see and go. Wow, dude. Rex, thank you. Rex says $50 super sticker, man, dude.
Oh, thank you so much,
bro.
Man. Thank you so much.
I can't.
We need all the support we could get right now because it's just a real bad time right now, and we're trying our best to survive. And we got each other to back each other up. Things will work out. I know they will. The universe provides.
No matter how low you go, no matter what happens in your life, guys. I gotta get in your mind. I gotta be a little positive on this one. No matter how low you go, no matter what life puts you through, no matter what trials you come under, keep a positive mindset. Doesn't matter who screwed you over. It doesn't matter what obstacles have been placed before you, or what or what you need to overcome, because that shows the strength and the merit of your character, the people around you that support you, those that truly love you, your best friends. And even if those people aren't around you at that moment, it's so important to believe in yourself and to continue on, continue through. Just keep pushing, keep your mind positive, stay focused, work on something. If it wasn't for my man right here, I don't know where I'd be right now, to be honest with you. I went through something terrible. And if I didn't have this support system here with me, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if I'd be here right now. But those are the people that you lean on. Those are the times that really are important to have a good support system, people that love you around you. And but no matter what you're going through, no matter what trials or tribulations you go through, stay strong, be good to each other, believe in yourself, my friends, believe in yourself, and you can make anything happen. Anything you want to add to that, my druid brother?
We were both going through trying times just recently, and for some reason, the universe we just gravitated to each other, and we got each other's backs. And ever since then, it's just been a positive outlook. Stay positive, people. Treat everybody equally, regardless of their sex, regardless of their race. Treat every individual the same.
Yeah, man. Rex, God's bless you, my brother. Thank you so much. Blessings to you, and I really appreciate that. That's a lot,
yes.
You know. That's going to help a lot, man. Thank you so very much. Thank you to everybody, no matter if you're just hanging out in the chat, if you're sharing out a link, smashing the like. Oh snap! There is my man. Whatever cast. There's Wes Moody. Look at Wes. I'm gonna get you those lines. I swear. I promise. Guys, subscribe to my man Wes. I need to get the new link for you so that we can share it out in the chat. Another person that you and him, Wes, you'll have good conversation time with my boy Tommy. He's on your level.
Everything.
He just hit a couple no-nos on here that we're not allowed to talk about. Didn't you know? You'll like him. Wes says, "I'm all for people boning and worshiping whatever they like. Consenting adults, of course." Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Let me go back. I want to catch a couple of the chats. Man, you guys are beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Much appreciate you. Whatever cast says, season 3 of Enterprise was best. Yes, season 3 was really good. I like all of them. I'll be like, Jolene Blacklock, man. Oh my God, who doesn't like the Paul? Oh my God. But I like. I like the whole cast. I didn't like that they killed Trip at the end of that show. Like, why would you take Trip out? There's no need for that drama. You never know if they're gonna, have they never did a reunion show or anything on reunion season, but I am so scared. Didn't you tell me that the original TNG pet cast is coming for Picard season 3?
Season 3, they're supposed to be bringing back the original cast of the Next Generation, which I think it was good. It's good for an entertainment purpose, but they didn't follow through on a lot of the storyline from the first season. They made him an android, and then all of a sudden he's they acts like he's human. Don't even get me started.
Tommy, hold on. No, I got to. Hold on. I got to get you started on this. Hold on. What do you think of the fact that they make Picard an android, right? Uh-huh. But then they give him the same busted ass, broken down body. Yeah. They ain't give him a bigger. They didn't even give him a bigger dick. You don't know what they.
At least they'd had super strength and right. He could do things that humans can. He didn't need to breathe. He could walk underwater.
He tore Tasha Yar up.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that with Picard, at least give him de-age him.
Right.
Give him that. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. It was lazy writing, in my opinion.
Yes, it is.
Really is.
Yes.
But I'm kind of worried about season 3 because, they already showed Worf in season 1. I haven't seen season 2. To be honest with you, I need to know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like I have to. But at least they showed Worf as Worf. Worf's one of my favorite characters. Worf is one of my favorite characters in TNG. One of my favorite characters in DS9. And they showed him. They wasn't a Klingork. He wasn't a two-dick fucking Klingork thing. So I'm looking. If they Klingork him, man, I'm going to be so pissed off. If they Klingork Michael Dorn, I'm going to be so mad.
Nah, I think they're going to bring it back as the original.
I just don't like Kurtzman Trek at all. Let's see. Author Stephen Walton. Can I still buy Phantom Menace book 1? And then can you sign it for famous? Actually, I do. I actually have a stack of Phantom 1, Phantom Menace Volume 1 remaining. Yes.
What famous person would you like to sign it? I'll make sure I get their signature down right.
Tommy gave me shit. Tom showed me. Oh my God, Tom. Do you have it? Can you get it?
What?
Can you get my first book?
Yes, I can.
Tom came out here and unpacked the very first book I ever published. It's not available anymore because I'm reworking it. It's my science fiction, Elemental Art. Very first cover I ever had. It was a picture my dad took. I had no idea how to do indie books. I had no idea how to do it. It was like just I want to get this story out, and I just did it. And here you go. Show him. That's the guess. So that's his first book that he brought out. That's what I helped support my brother through this. Yeah, he did. It was not edited properly. There's a lot of errors in it. Yes. But it was my first work, and I'm still very proud of it. I'm actually going to be reworking that and putting it back out and presenting it again to the community after I get volume 2 done. Got to get volume 2 out of the way. But yes, you can absolutely still get volume 1. Hit me up, and I will work that out with you. We'll definitely work that out. If you guys are interested in the audiobook is available. It should be in the link in the description below, which is narrated by Robot Shlomo, formerly of Midnight Heads After Dark. Rob had a great speaking voice. He did such a good job on that book. Rob's got a YouTube channel out there. Support Rob. I've got no issues with him. I love Rob. Rob helped me out. We did a great job narrating volume 1 for me. Darius Munchausen says, I like Star Trek and Star Wars. They appeal to different interests. Right. Star Trek to me is what the future could be, for us, for humanity. That's what I love about it. Star Wars is my fantasy, man. It's the soul. It's a space wizards, yo. I'm a witch. Users. I'm a witch. My man's a druid. It's for me. It's a whole different feel for Star Wars for me. It ain't easy being cheesy. No, it's not. Let me skip ahead real quick. Mr. Tickle Trunk sent me something, and I love you guys. Love you. Thank you guys so much for helping me out. There we go. Mr. Tickle Trunk for $20 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much, channel member, keeping the lights on. He says, take some Canadian funny money. Dude, I appreciate you. Of course, you got to put a turd emoji in there. You got to throw some, you know what?
That's that coffee in the shade.
I get you get a sip of coffee. I should have. So something that other people do, I'm going to teach you how to do this when we get your StreamYards and your account set up. Is like I used to do this. I've gotten so lazy. Like I said, my mind's been distracted, and I really need to fine tune my channel. If you want to see people that run their channels really well and what they're doing, take a look at Etep Okuian. Etep Okuian, great producer. He's got somebody who helps him out with that, Tony Tone Deaf. Also, Culture Casino is another guy I'm going to introduce you to. He helps to produce a lot of different channels, and they put clips up.
Honestly, people, I've been trying to positively reinforce this man every day that I wake up. I try to push him to strive to be the best version of himself. He's going through a trying time right now, which I understand because I went through it a couple years ago, and I'm just there to support him. Stay positive. That's all I had to say is stay positive.
And so some of the clips you put like clips, all right. So for instance, like that $50 super chat, I should have had something, but I'm gonna throw in this. This was made by Culture.
Vaginas in the rain. So many fucks given, wet ass vagina.
And then there's some people, when somebody's like, when Parrothead says something messed up or Wookiee comes at me.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Yeah, way before its time, So Mr. Tickle Trunk, like he throws a super chat or something, like different clips you can throw for people. I'm sorry, I'm showing Tom. I'm kind of introducing Tom to everything we're doing.
Me on YouTube,
and then of course, you got to have.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh yeah, Blazing Saddles. Oh my God, they could never get away with a movie like that today.
No, you could
no
not.
way, hell.
No. Not at all. Oh, and then the enema thing. And he used to hit me up with the enemas.
This town needs an enema.
Yeah, man. Oh, shoot. And then don't forget, Mr. Tickle Trunk. This one's for you.
It's good to be the king.
It's good to be the king. It's good to be the king. Yeah, man. I love my brothers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hail to you. Let's see. What's up? How you doing, Chelly? He says you are so blessed to have one another. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate that. Hail to you. If you're our first time here, please hit the subscribe button. And
much appreciated.
Having a friend when you're going through a difficult time is good.
It makes a big difference.
A huge difference. And I've known Tommy. God, Tommy used to be this man right here taught me how to be a man. He taught me how to. He was the older brother I never had. He's the guy who showed me how to work hard for something, how to be a man, how to be a father. His kids are my god kids. He's my son's godfather. Known him my whole life. He taught me what it was to He taught me what it was to overcome fear and to be responsible. So
stand up for yourself.
Yeah, stand up for yourself. So having him here is just, it's like my brother. This is my brother. I have my brother with me now. And so I'm able to face some of the things that I haven't been able to overcome in the last year with a support system that's sorely needed. So man, thank you so much. Hail to you, sister. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Orville Nation. What is up, Orville? That's PJ. PJ's my buddy. Here you go. This is a super $3 super sticker.
Thank you, Orville. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Orville, PJ's. I'm gonna be interviewing him for Volume 2. Okay. He has a great channel. Great. So, that man had me on his channel, right? When the Fandom Menace was really toxic. He had me, toxic to the community. He had me on to interview John Hertzler, General Martok, bro. Yo, this dude had me on the same panel with General Martok. I was so happy, man. And he turned out to be a dirty old man. So we were having a great conversation. He really enjoyed the fans. And then, John was like, I asked John, I was like, can I get Facebook friendly? He's like, well, I can be your Facebook friend, but you might not like my politics. I was like, I don't care, John. And I got on there. He liberal as hell. Yeah. But John is the type of man. He understands like old school entertainment. He understands there's a difference between talking with your fans and then having your opinion. Yes. You know what I mean? Like there's totally different. So when he was on Orville Nation, having with a bunch of my panel of us having that conversation, that's all it was. It was having fun. And, didn't get into politics. We ain't getting into religion. We ain't getting into none of that. We just had fun, talked about different content he had been involved with.
That's all it's about is having a good time and talking about things that you might not see eye to eye on, but you're talking about them. Mm-hmm. You might, everybody's got their own opinion. Mm-hmm. So you got to work through that and have a good time with it. Mm-hmm. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
Can you laugh at? Absolutely. Yeah, those a great time too. PJ, I forever tell that story, dude, and I'm so thankful to you for having me on your channel, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super sticker, and bless all y'all out there. Thank you very much for hitting the likes, sharing out the link, and just spending some time with us, man. I appreciate you. Papa Cotton says same thing a couple of years ago. You guys, Eskimo brothers, no. Okay. Now, man love isn't gay, first off. Right. We don't know. We don't go there. Yeah. As Milton says, I nearly got a big bad monster. Elder Rings is hard. Oh, man. Really? Yo, is that game pretty good? Milton, is that game good? Have you been playing that? I haven't had a chance to check that out.
I've heard good things about that game.
Have you really?
I've read a couple articles on it.
Orville Nation says, hey, Tom, what kind of focus is your channel going to have?
Basically news, entertainment, basically anything you want to really talk about. I'm game for anything. I got opinions about everything. I am going to go off.
Yeah, the brutal truth. Probably a lot of social and the world news commentary is what I would imagine.
Yes.
A little bit of entertainment's thrown in there. We're going to hold live streams over there as we're building his channel and my second channel, Lodonis Radio.
Definitely going to be a good time.
Yeah, Lodonis Dragonstorm. I'll be starting that channel soon. I'll make sure to let you guys know when that channel's coming out. And we're going to be doing live streams together there. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, PJ, for the question. Phil Timmy T said, sadly going to bed. Great to see you again. Phil, it's always beautiful to see you. Thank you so much for being here, man. Orville, man, I love you too, brother. Love you too. Yeah, send them good vibes out. Let's see. Tilly says, good for you. For facing your demons and processing the pain. Once you see the light again, it will be well worth it and shine brighter than you could ever imagine. I like you. Yes. Bring that positivity.
Show the love.
Show that love. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta fight those demons. And you gotta continue on. You gotta overcome. I mean, perseverance is a big part of progressing as a person, as a human being, as a spiritual being. And those are the type of conversations I'm going to have on my other channel. It has, how do I put this? Sometimes we invest our strength into things, people, places, environments, groups, whatever it is, that we know we want to help, that we want to build up, that we want to be there for, and it just ends up being that environment does not wish to grow. It doesn't wish to grow. God, I'm trying to be vague as hell. The problem is, sometimes when you're trying to put positive energy into something, a situation, a person, a place, and help it to grow, it does not want to. Not only does it not want to, but it is fooling you into thinking that it does, so that it can suck the energy, the life, the money, the attention, the whatever out of you, for selfish reasons. And that is, that's a shame for people who have good hearts, who want to reach out and help others, who are true and honest with who they are. And especially when it involves love, or when it involves something that you love or care for deeply, it can hurt you on levels that you never
could build you, or love could destroy you. It definitely can. Been on both sides of that sword. The
thing to do in that, if you've gone through a situation like that, is to learn to forgive yourself.
Yes, definitely.
And realize what mistakes you've made, or what missteps you made, and continue on, and continue to try and better yourself. Forever strive to be a better version of yourself.
You took the words out of my mouth. Always try to be a better version of yourself, day after day. Sometimes we fall down, sometimes we stumble, but you can always pick yourself up and continue on. That's where I'm at right now. And I thank the gods. I have people like Tommy. I've got my rogues. I've got my friends in the United Underground. Hail the United Underground. I've got my friends like Orville Nation, like Darius out there. I got people like Wook. I got people like you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Phil's out there, man. Papa Cotton, another monster. What is up? Another monster. Hail to you. You know what I mean? I got this wonderful support system of people out here. Mr. Tickle Trunk, Pod Racing Palpatine. Hail. Good morning. Good to see you, Pod Racing Palpatine. Thank God for y'all. Good morning to you too, sir.
Milton's out here, man. Milton, just thank you so much for being here. There's so many good cats in this community. Wes, Mac, love Mac, and he just, if it wasn't for y'all, I don't know where I'd be, but I appreciate each and every one of you, man. And Hale, and thank you so much for bringing that to the chat. Let's see. We tried talking about Batman. It just didn't work out. It's a decent film. I liked it. It's a decent film.
I thought it was real good.
They could have ended it 45 minutes before they did, and it would have been all right. But they kept going, and it was fun.
I had to go into that backstory.
Yeah, and got a little clip of the Joker. Look, okay, the Joker at the end. I hope that it's the same dude that played Jeremiah. It kind of looked like it from a profile. So I'm hoping that they bring that to the screen. Let's see. Man. Addict Tarot, huh? If you want to do some Addict. All right, here's a comedy bit. I used to do a lot of tarot card readings, guys. So this is going to be our comedy segment. This is called Addict Tarot. So the reason, the whole reason that this got started is because I was trying to read someone and I was unable to read them. I am a tarot card reader. I was unable to read them. I couldn't understand it because there's all this negative stuff going on around this person, and then yet boom, like there's the sun, which is like a really positive sign, or there's the Nine of Cups, or there's these positive things. I'm like, how the hell is someone so positive when I see lying and cheating and selfishness and terrible and this? I don't understand it. And one day Tommy was in the car and he was like, "Cause they're high." You don't understand. The addict is high. Addict don't care about you.
Before you're high.
So I just thought it was so hilarious that, and then I swear to God, it began to make sense. Okay, if you guys believe in tarot or not, like that's it's fine. This is a comedy bit. This is for fun. But and it's for me, it was like then everything started making sense. It was like tumblers falling into place. Oh, I get it now. Okay, look, bad crap, blaming someone else. Boom, they're happy. Oh, they're high. I get it now. All right, so this is Addict Tarot. This is going to be Addict Tarot. You ready, Tom, for this? All right. The Addict Tarot goes like this. I'm going to read these tarot cards for him. See, I'm going to use that short form website we used last time. And I'm just going to read it off to him, and Tom is going to give me his impression. His impression as a from someone who's had experience. Yeah. All right. You ready? Yeah, God.
I'm a recovering addict, so I know all about the vicious system, the vicious cycle that you get into when you're in an active addiction.
And I've never been in an addict, so I there's a lot of things I never understood about that. Even though I've been around people who have fought with addiction or overcome and battled addiction, I don't understand the addict's mentality. And Tom has really given me an insight onto how people who have addiction think, because I didn't understand it. So, all right, are we ready for Addict Tarot? All right. Let's do this bit. Let's do this good bit. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing good.
Let me say, do you know anything about tarot cards?
I know some, a little bit.
Have you ever read tarot cards?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to read this person. I'm hoping that you can help me translate this. All right, you ready?
I got you, bro.
Okay, all right, we're going to do this now. All right, so this is the reading of the Addict. The last time we read the Addict. Let's see what happened with that story. The Addict got in trouble, was having a fight with their drug dealer, which stifled the supply, and then the Addict had to had sex with them. Yes. So this week, let's find out what the Addict has been up to. Our first card is the Five of Pentacles. Tom, do you know what the Five of Pentacles means?
Yeah, please inform me what it is, and I'll tell you what the addict's mentality is.
All right. Well, let's see. The Five of Pentacles stands for... The Five of Pentacles it signifies the difficult change in fortune. This is often an indicator of a loss, such as a job loss or losing your home. Financial hardship creates worry and anxiety, losing your way in life. Living without the basic necessities, being a broke ass, bad decisions lead to financial strain or ruin. This card is also an indicator of being left out in the cold in this situation, being left behind, leaning on a partner during a hard period. Codependent relationships, help is there, but you are unable to see it. The pity party, poverty consciousness, the feeling that you will never get ahead and that you don't deserve better.
That's just an addict right there. That's an addict's mentality. Is that all they want to do is get high. They don't care about paying their bills. They don't care about anything else. They wake up in the morning and the first thing you're thinking about is, how do I get money to get high? And it's a shell game with them. They got to play the shell game. They got to have the marks. They got to bring those people in. Mm-hmm. If I can't get it off this guy, I'll go over here and get it off this person. It's all about getting high.
All right. Well, let's see how the addict's day progresses. Let's see. In the morning, the addict is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Tom, do you know what the Seven of Pentacles in reverse represents?
Let me know.
All right. Well, let's see. All right. Let's see. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse is a half-assed effort, feeling lazy and unwilling to continue, giving up too soon, big effort with little results, doing something for nothing, slave labor, not able to see any potential, a crap investment, knowing when to stop putting effort into a dud or wasted energy.
That means her mark ain't giving her what she wants. So she got to play that shell game and bring in the next mark. Mm-hmm. So the addict can get what they want. It's all about having a whole bunch of fish in different buckets, and they just pull those buckets in when they need to. And if they ain't getting it off this person, they'll go try getting it off that person. It's all about getting high.
It's all about getting high. All right. Well, let's see. Midday for the addicts. The addict is the Seven of Cups. Let's see what happens midday for the addict. So the addict, you may be dreaming and scheming. Your head is in the clouds. This is a card of daydreaming of what could be. Could you find a way to bring those dreams down to earth and make them into something tangible? The Seven of Cups also an indicator of having too many choices but before you, like a kid in a candy store. It may be difficult to figure out which one is right at this time. Don't make rash decision. In a romantic reading, this can indicate commitment issues. I don't know what I want.
That's all about wanting to get high. That's all that card is about, wanting to get high. That's the only thing you got on your mind is wanting to get your next fixed. That's all you care about. You don't care about who you hurt, what you got to do. You're going to do what you got to do to get high.
So do you believe the cups, the cups that they're dreaming about, are the fishes and the different fish? In the different buckets?
Yeah, definitely. That's playing the shell game. You know, I got this mark, I got that mark. If I ain't getting it from that person, I'm going to get it from somebody. I'm going to do what I got to do to get high that day.
Well, let's see how this day progresses for the addict. The addict then encounters the King of Cups. Often referred to as the King of Love when he comes up in a reading, the King of Cups is the ultimate romantic ideal, nurturing, patient, and loving. He's the type of guy who makes husband and father material. You can also bet that he'll be giving you his whole heart because he's a lover and not a fighter. This guy is a real softie. This card can also indicate that you adapt the qualities of this card. Be sensitive, loving, and nurturing. Living like a boss.
That's just the addict pulling the wool over the mark's eyes. Because all they got on their mind is they want to get high. They don't care if they got a fuck, stock, whatever. They're going to get high that day. They want to get high. They're just going to want to get high.
Well, it seems like the addict has found their mark. Let's move forward. At the end of the addict's day is the Hierophant in reverse. And the Hierophant, time to fight the man. Conformity goes out the window and new order is ready to rumble into place. Question everything. Don't accept the standard way. This is the time for revolution, baby. Even if it is only a personal and inward one. Break the rules and think for yourself. Problems with authority? Feel like an outcast from your tribe? Rebellion. Originality. Don't be a biter.
I'm going to do what I got to get high. That's all it comes down to. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get high. If I got it. Like I said before, if I got to do fuck, suck, sick, whatever, I'm getting high that day.
So would you say that the addict from this reading found their mark and then rebelled against them?
She's getting what the addict is getting what they want.
You're right. Well, let's pull one extra card to see what the addict's possible future may be. And that will be the Star in reverse. Yes. Oh, that's not good. That's about hopelessness. Hold on, give me a second.
Sounds like she ain't getting high that day.
Oh, no, hold on. Let's see. The Star. Let's see. The Star in reverse. It says, bummer time, Debbie Downer. Hopes diminish and fear takes over, depression or illness. When the stars reverse, the situation suddenly becomes hopeless, stepping back from the limelight, fear of being yourself and feeling meh.
That's her not getting high. That's not her getting, that's the addict not getting what they want. Now they got to come up with some other scheme, some other means to get high on that day.
So you think the King of Cups jumped out of the bucket and back into the river?
Yes, I do. I think the mark came to the conclusion that he was being played and he didn't want to be played no more.
Well, I'll be damned. All right. Well, good for him.
So, guess what? She didn't get high that day.
Good for the mark. And that is Addict Tarot this week. Next week, we will do another reading to see what has happened after the hopeless situation that the mark has jumped back into the river. So thank you. Thank you guys so much. It's a comedy
Thanks
bit.
for putting up with that.
Yeah.
Really,
just our comedy bit. Thank you guys so much for being here, for smashing the like. Oh, there's Miriam. Oh, Lord. That is the wolf mama of Rogue Entertainment. Tommy.
How are you doing, Miriam?
Yeah, Miriam is the one that will tell me about myself when I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Miriam, give him the brutal truth.
Give him
the brutal truth. That's what I do. I give him the brutal truth. And I stay positive about it. I make him stay positive about it. You need to drop that shit. You need to drop those brakes and move forward. Stop wasting your energy on that.
All right. So, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Wolf. Thank you, Miriam. Appreciate you being here. Hey, sweetheart. Hope you're having a great day. Be careful over there. My girls, she's over in Eastern Europe right now. So
Oh, God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you. I send my prayers to you. These things are getting hairy over there.
Darius is rebellion. Yes, it was rebellion and subversion. Hail, Rogue Entertainment, brother. Thank you so much. Papa Cotton says, sounds like a good day for the Addict, a successful day. Well, I mean,
no, it wasn't a good day for the Addict. The Addict wasn't getting what she wanted. The Addict wasn't getting what they wanted.
Mm-hmm. And that looked like that fish jumped back in the river. Yes. The King of Cups came through only for a moment, then realized he was about to get played and got out of that bucket.
He jumped back in the sea.
No, thank you guys so much. What is it? There's sounds any day the Addict scores is a good day.
Yes, it is.
Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, hail, brother. Hail to you. Let's see. Miriam says, I know, buddy, sometimes Stephen just needs a high five and a chair in the face. She don't care. So Miriam don't hold back. She tells me how.
I already told him I was going to slap him in the back of the head when he starts talking that nonsense.
He did. He did. I swear to God, Miriam. He was like, if you talk again, I'm going to put you back there. The Papa Cotton said sounded like a score on the mark, got high and just came down. That's how I read it. You might be right.
Yeah,
You think you could be right?
There's a possibility, but it sounded like the mark decided that he was being played. And she didn't get high that day.
We are professionals.
I'm not saying that she didn't get high that day because she could have had another mark.
Yeah, man. So let's see. Man, we're almost on the 2-hour mark. Not that I care about timing, right. But is there anything what happened in the world news today? Let's cover a little bit of that. What did you read about yesterday? Oh, there went the flag.
What did I read about yesterday? There's fighting in Moldavia, right next to Ukraine on the eastern side. Russia's trying to make a land bridge, create a pathway over there so they could start fighting over there too. It's coming down to just a land grab over there. It's resources and it's starting to get out of control. But I give the Ukrainian government props because they are trying to hold their own. And the people that are in Mariupol, God bless you. You guys are like the Wolverines of 2022. You guys are holding your own. I really back you people because you are fighting a good fight. You're surrounded. You need help. People need to really step up and speak their mind on this. They need to get people in there to help these people out of there. There's over 2,000 civilians in there that are trapped with the military. They need to get supplies, medical supplies. They need humanitarian aid, and Russia is not going to let it happen. So the Western powers needs to step up and say, yo, we've had enough of this mass killings of civilians. Because that's ungodly. It shouldn't be allowed. It's just unjust.
Brother, hell, man, it's nuts. I really don't keep up on world news. Tom does every morning, and so he's been giving me the lowdown on things. We'll probably we should probably do a show on your channel and just cover that stuff, cover those topics. Because it build that algorithm up, and I mean you enjoy talking about those things. You definitely build the algorithm up on that. Yes, so I think that's pretty much it. It's been 2 hours, guys. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. Still got 9 people on. Oh wait, let's see. Pod Racing Palpatine says Putin wants to reform the USSR and break up the EU. Here we go.
He wants all the land that they lost back in 1991 or 92 when they fell. That's all he's after. He wants the same territory that they had back then. He wants to restore the USSR. And it's not going to happen because a lot of those countries over there had already joined NATO. And NATO is not going to let that happen. I can tell you that right now. He keeps on waving that nuclear war saber, but in the long run, everybody in the world knows that that's a no-win scenario. At that point, you're admitting a world defeat right there because you're killing billions of people, and we should be able to stop that.
Brother, Papa Cotton says that anyone with this UA in their bio is a global moron. With this UA in their bio is a global moron. I'm not sure. Not sure what that means. Wook, explain. Clarify that for me, Wook, 'cause I'm not sure what that means. Or Papa Cotton. Thank you very much. Guys, please subscribe to Papa Cotton. That is our old friend Wookiee Supremacy. Rebranded his channel to Papa Cotton, and that's beautiful. He's gonna be working. Got his own puppet. Gonna be working with Snow Dub Music and Entertainment soon. Please go check out Snow Dub and all the wonderful people over there. Let's see. Anything I missed? Let's see. What is it? Let's see. Oh God, I had $10 super sticker, dude. I'm so very sorry, Rex. I didn't even see that, Rex, dude.
Yeah, you've been helping us out a lot tonight. Thank you, much appreciated.
Yeah, number one fan.
Yes, there you go, sir. You are the man.
Man, thank you so very much. Thank you, brother. I can't say enough. Can't say enough about this wonderful community of people that support one another, look out for each other. Thank you, dude. Thank you for being a channel member. Thank you for helping us out. And
we went way off topic tonight. But, hey, we were having a good time.
Let's see. I want to go back and hit some of this, some of these beautiful things that have been getting said back here. Let's see. Milton came through and said they fix what's wrong with Dark Souls, and they fix everything that's wrong with Skyrim, and they made it 100 times better. Right. And that's what I think of Elden Ring. I have to check that out, dude, because
I love Skyrim. I played, I got to say, over about 1,000 hours in Skyrim.
Dude, easily.
Those.
Yeah. Let's see. Thank you, Darius, for sharing out those links. Thank you very much, sweetheart, for being here. Question: are you going to reveal Orgy 7 season 3, Stephen? I should, man, because I love that show. We should all be doing that. Supporting the entertainments that are good. Seth MacFarlane doing a great job. Great job over there with Orville Nation. Orville Nation with the Orville. Yeah, brother. I think I might. You want to? What are you doing? Review shows? Because I'd love to come on. I'd like to work with you at some point, PJ. We never get a chance. We never really get a chance to work with each other, dude. And I love the hell out of you. Thank you so much for supporting me all these years and giving me good advice and good direction and just being there for me in the DMs always, dude. One of the first people I remember supporting me behind everything has been you. Thank you, PJ. See, Chelly also says, also permanently remove all the hurtful words, actions, projections so that they no longer hurt you. Remember that you are not perfect, but you are pretty close. And they did what they did because of their own pain and life experiences happened before they met you. Oh, thank you, babe. I also learned about cord cutting meditation. I'm a practitioner, but I'm specific in the things that I've practiced, and so I'm not familiar with uncrossing. I had to ask somebody what an uncrossing was. Now I'm learning cord cutting meditation, trying to. My druid knows about this. Explain. Go ahead. You explain it better than I do.
You need to drop the bricks, man. You just need to let it go. You're putting energy into something that you don't need to be putting energy into. You could be putting that energy into something positive, because that's nothing but negativity right there. And you're just feeding into it. And I don't understand why. I do understand why, because I've been through it. I've been hurt by a woman, and it destroyed me for almost 2 years to get over it, because I was with this woman for over 28 years. And it destroyed me. And I went down a spiral, and I hit rock bottom. I got a shovel and I started digging deeper, because I didn't think I was far enough down. And I'm just trying to protect you by saying, just drop it. The best thing I did was just walk away. Just walk away, because you don't need that. That's just negativity that you do not need.
And that entanglement needs to be severed.
You need to sever that entanglement that you have, because that's the hardest thing to do, is to stop that to unweave that entanglement, because it's been so ingrained into you. And for you to be able to just cut it, it's going to hurt. But turn a negative into a positive. Mm-hmm. Stay positive. Keep staying positive. Because if you don't, I'm going to slap you in the back of the fucking head.
You hear that, Marion? It's going to slam me in the back of the head. You hear that? No, you're absolutely. So I've been learning about cord cutting meditation. trying to reabsorb that energy into myself, remove that entanglement from that bad situation. And thank you very much. I appreciate your words, and hail to you. Thank you so much. And again, thank you, Rex, for everything that you've done for me tonight. I appreciate and you and everybody else, Macany, Darius, everybody that's sent out some Mr. Tickle Trunk. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I appreciate everything that you do for us. Let's see. Chili says that it can be difficult to process. It can be a difficult process, and you must make sure you are ready. It can absolutely. Yes. And she says, I've been there as well. Well, my love to you, sweetie. My love to you, and I'm glad that you're better off. And we all grow stronger when we move past these things. Blessed be. Absolutely. Tina, I love you too, Tina. Good to see you. Thank you for remaining around. Your girl's been up late, huh, babe? Papa Cotton says, that's right. We asked Papa Cotton Cotton said, all my favorite entertainment is on YouTube. I just listen to people talk about shows and movies I don't watch. Good for you. Love you, man. Let's see. Darius says, PJ is getting Seth MacFarlane on. I don't know if he's getting him on, but that'd be awesome if he did. And I think he could. Actually, PJ's got a great channel, great rapport with different sectors and entertainments, and I think you probably could. Darius says, Author Stephen Walton, I can't believe you would call someone else babe. We are done. Yeah, I would have rather you just slept with him, Darius. Don't believe that. Let's see. Nelly says it can be difficult to process. I'm sorry. Down here, Tilly says, I told my twin flame that if he effed this life up like he had so many before, that there would be no more, and I meant it. Hurts like my motherfucker, though. Yeah, absolutely, it does. It absolutely does. When you devote time and energy and $10,000 into somebody, and 28 years, you buy them a car, and then yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It can definitely, it stings. And it's a difficult thing when you just got to get away from something. When you want to get away from something, and then that evil comes lurking around, looking to antagonize you by hanging out with you. Anyway,
cut that shit off.
Cutting it off right now. So hail to you. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Darius, why are you laughing? Damn well. You watched my video, my members video, didn't you, Darius? I had to just come out. I had to cut it out. It was just, I just had to get it out.
Said what you had to say.
And that's it. Moving on. Trying to anyway. Yeah, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being sub to the channel. Thank you for everyone who's been so supportive. I think we're going to do a couple more of these live streams. Looked like it was a success, and I'm going to be getting snap. Who's antagonizing me? I'm antagonizing me, Mr. Grant Gregory. There's another awesome person in this community. Tom, this is another cool person. Mr. Grant, dude, no, I'm antagonizing myself. Thank you, Mr. Grant Gregory. I'm going to see you this weekend. Let's see, this Saturday on Rogue Entertainment, going to have this wonderful YouTuber and Mad Mardigan on. I'm not sure. I think Memes of Destruction might show up. Be good to see him. And see, Tina Bowden said, what did I tell you about soulmates? Sometimes you just got to work. Sometimes it's just not going to work out this lifetime. Yes. I'm a romantic, Tina. I'm a hopeless romantic.
I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, baby. Darius says that it's good to laugh about it. You have to laugh about it. You absolutely have to. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. I much appreciate you. Thank you to all your channel members. Thank you for just for those of you that just subbed tonight. Tommy's getting text from a chick. So it's time to go.
I gotta get ready to go, man. I got shit I gotta do.
Yeah.
But blessed be on the community. Support each other. Peace out.
Yep. There he goes. I want to say thank you to each and every one of my channel members and everybody that has supported me throughout, throughout my last 3 years. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys. Make sure to support one another out there. All your independent creators, support your independent comic creators and novelists. Got wonderful novelists in this community like Kai MFS. We got people out there like Mirrorsphere's Origins about to bring book to our community. Support SUNSWORN from the Red Gaze. Support Shadow of the Kracken, Vinny Indie Tournament. Support our wonderful independent comic creators that we have out here. Indie is the way to go. And share out those links for your favorite YouTubers, big or small, doesn't even matter who they are, what lunch table they sit at, because we don't have an industry to support us. We only have each other, and we rise together. I want to thank everybody for being here. Much love to you all. Be good. I am author Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian, your historian, born in the chats of the High Council with my brothers and sisters, fighting for our modern mythologies. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Be good to each other, yet suffer no con artists. Peace.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given a front row